Alright, got some routine maintenance done on the cruiser, and I thought I'd share that with you, so hopefully it might be useful to you. So Udawatta has clocked over 300, just over 300,000 Ks, and there were certain things I wanted to get done, and that's what I did today, and just about to head back home. By the way, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscription button and the notification bell. My channel is all about sharing my experiences in overlanding with the rest of the community, and I bring out a video every single week. So first thing I do as a practice is I get my brake system flushed, the fluids flushed out once a year, and I'll tell you why I do that. Now, Udawatta stays parked at home most of the time. It's not a daily runner, and it's just for trips. That's it. And because it stays parked, the brake system, it doesn't get used that much, and therefore, through the weather changes and so on, moisture tends to build up inside the brake lining system and in the fluids. What that does is it leaves room for rust to build up, as well as the viscosity or the thickness of the brake fluid sort of drops off over time. So as a personal rule, what I do is once a year I get the fluids flushed out. Anything that may have rusted or there's a sign of wear and tear replaced, and then filled back with new fluid. Now, a bit of a disclaimer, I'm not a technical expert when it comes to motor vehicles. In fact, my knowledge is very limited. So whatever I share with you in this video, and even in future videos which are technical related, just keep in mind that it's things that I've picked up over the years listening to other experts in the field, and also what my current garage that looks after this vehicle advises me. So whatever I've said in this video, if you want to try it out, first run it through whoever is looking after your vehicles or someone in the know before you go ahead and do it. The other thing was, over the years, as mileage builds up, what it does is it builds up a lot of dirt or soot and so on inside the engine. What that does is, unfortunately, is also restricts the efficient breathing of the motor vehicle. So when the breathing is not as efficient as it should be, then obviously performance and fuel economy drops off. So it's a simple process. What they do is, at the garage, I always take my vehicles for maintenance too. They hook it up to a motor, some kind of a machine really, hook it up, and then they let these chemicals run through the motor for about 45 minutes to an hour, I'm told. And that the whole idea is to try and clean out all the dirt that's been built up over the years. One thing I must say, I'm driving home now. It's thick afternoon traffic, so I can't really try out performance that much. I feel the pickup is far better than it was before the clean, so I'm pretty happy with that. And then the third thing I got done today was to install a Catchcan. Now, sometimes the belief is that Catchcans are only necessary when it's a diesel motor, but I believe, and that's what a lot of others told me as well, that a Catchcan for a petrol motor, especially again a motor like a 4x4 motor which goes under a lot of stress, is recommended. Now, again, in a very basic terms and without using any technical jargon, what the Catchcan does is, now where the engines are designed, it's all a pressurized system. So pressure from within the motor that air is thrown back into the intake manifold, and that's how it circulates. Now, that helps in the performance of the motor, but what happens is, as the mileage builds up, air that goes back into the intake manifold is not necessarily the cleanest of air that the engine can get. So again, in the name of improving performance, improving breathing, by installing a Catchcan, what that does is, whatever dirt or even moisture and so on, or oil or so on, that's in the air that's being blown back into intake manifold is trapped by the Catchcan. And kind of the name, that's what it is, Catchcan. It catches all those impurities and makes sure that it's clean air that goes back into the system. Since that's what it is supposed to do, and it prolongs the lifespan of your motor and of course performance. Looking forward to some performance coming out of this motor. Okay, so I couldn't wait to see how smooth and good the pickup may be. So this is a couple of days after I've got the engine clean done, and I'm about to take it up the freeway and see if I can see a difference. I'm not looking for an increase in power, but just curiosity getting the better of me. The thing I must admit is I'm going up the freeway towards Adelaide Hills, and it's got a steep climb, and in the past it would struggle to get beyond 80, but right now it's pushing along. The throttle response has certainly improved. I can feel it, and right now I'm on an incline. I just put my throttle down, and she's picking up pretty well. I didn't expect this. Whoa, that comes in quick. On an uphill, I'm doing 110 right now, and that's on the limit. She's going well beyond the limit. Okay, I better bring it back before I get in trouble. I'm impressed. I didn't expect this much of an improvement. I don't believe in overly modifying motors to get performance out, especially a 4x4. This is not a racing vehicle. My belief is that you always end up compromising reliability when you try and do that sort of thing. So if I wanted more power, then my take is chuck the motor away and put in a more powerful motor, like a V8 or something of that sort. So I don't particularly believe in doing a lot of modifications, minor ones here and there to improve efficiency, something else. So this is the sort of thing I do in terms of getting a little bit of performance out and also prolonging the lifespan of it. If you found this video useful, if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you've got questions or comments, leave them below. And if you're in Adelaide and you're looking for a garage to take your vehicle to, well, check out the guys I go to. They're known as DD Motors, not sponsored by them. I just like their work. The details in the description below. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscription button and the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in another video in a week's time.